Sometimes you just have to shut up and listen.
Coffee time with John.
Hey guys, welcome to another Coffee Time with John. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here with you on this fine and glorious day. I'm looking at my list of questions, and I've got a few here still to go on the list. But I wanted to talk a little bit about talking less and listening more. You know, in the Bible it says love one another. But it's hard to love someone when you don't know what they're talking about. It's hard to love someone when you're not taking the time to listen to what they're saying. It's hard to love someone when you don't allow the expression of them into your awareness. You know, when I do private sessions, the one thing that I do, and I think I do fairly well, is I listen to what they're saying. And sometimes I realize that other people who are telling me things aren't listening to what they themselves are saying. They're not really paying attention to what they're believing in this world. And so when I do private sessions, I'm listening to what they're saying about their present moment. I'm listening to them, what they're actually declaring their life to be. I'm listening to all the wantings, needings, hopings, and tryings that get them nowhere. And I'm realizing that they don't realize because they're not listening to themselves. And you have to listen. And sometimes when you're talking to somebody, you'll say something. But when you're talking to somebody who's going through something that's a struggle, you have to listen to what they're saying about their present moment. And as you listen to what they're saying about their present moment, and understand this, everybody wants to be heard. Everyone does not want to be blown off and ignored. Everybody wants to be heard. They want to have their thoughts validated. And if you can be the person who validates their thoughts, it's important. You know, people on the YouTube channel are constantly commenting with their beliefs. And I read every line. I read everything they say. And usually I'll say, I respect your beliefs, to let them know I did listen and I did understand. And many times I'll comment as to what my belief is, to open it up to a conversation. But if we're not listening to each other, if you're not listening to each other, you're not actually moving forward. You know, you have to talk less and listen more. Because when you listen more, what you say is usually framed differently. Because you realize that you're assisting in getting the point across from the way they hear things. When you speak, it's because you've listened to the way they hear. And so oftentimes you'll hear me, to give you an example, somebody says, so I'm trying to get a new job. And I say, so you haven't? And they go, well, yeah. I said, okay. And they go, well, I really need to get up more and go do it. Oh, so you haven't done that yet? No, I haven't. But I want to go out. Yeah. But you know, you want to, but you still haven't. Right. So when is now a good time? So that would be the conversation. It would be me saying to them, okay, here you are. I see all the things that you're declaring are lacking in your life. I see all the things that you're saying you're wanting, needing, hoping, and trying. And I know that the only pinpoint of creation is the present moment. So if that's the only pinpoint of creation is the present moment, and you're taking your present moment and you're giving it to wanting, needing, hoping, trying, wishing, can't, any of that stuff, you're not doing anything. You're creating wanting, needing, wishing, trying, hoping, and can't. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. He had that exactly right. If you believe you can't, you won't. But if you believe you can do anything, you will. And that's really the idea of this is when you're talking to somebody, make sure you're listening. Make sure you're hearing where they're coming from. Because where they're coming from is where they'll get information. If you can meet them where they are, then you can actually help them. And if you listen to yourself, you can help yourself. What am I saying about my present moment? And realize I am is God's name. Am I is the opposite. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.